Well, hello. It's Mark Barrett here, and thanks for joining me again on our marketing training bootcamp videos. And in this particular video, we're going to be starting to talk about social media marketing. And of course, where we're going to go first is kind of the kingpin of that whole marketplace, Facebook, as you can see on the screen behind me here. So let's talk a minute about social media. Social media is something that has exploded onto the scene over the last few years on the internet. People love it. And but all the social media sites are slightly different in their configuration and how you can actually use the social media to connect with people, build a relationship with people, and then of course bring them into your business, your MLM, which is our objective in actually doing this, right? So probably the first place you should get started is getting started with Facebook. Now with Facebook, what you have is Facebook is kind of pivotal as you develop your social media strategy, or even if you're just going to do online pay-per-click advertising or whatever other strategy you're going to use, you're going to find that Facebook plays a pivotal role in your success overall in online marketing strategy using the attraction marketing model. And the reason is the internet is this big kind of mysterious place, right? So if you're out there even doing pay-per-click advertising, people are looking at your website and they're going, yeah, right. And there's this element of distrust about stuff that you see on the internet, because you think there's some huge corporation behind it. And we want to know who the person behind it actually is. And so with an out-of-the-box system like we've been looking at, to where your lead capture portal and everything else, there are actually links that'll be down on the bottom for your Facebook account, your Twitter account, and people will click on those all the time and go and check you out. And Facebook basically is like one big, huge scrapbook. And what's unique about Facebook is that people are just really curious, aren't we? We always want to know what everybody else is doing and what it's all about. So Facebook gives us this opportunity to go spy on other people, take a look at their pictures, take a look at their kids, take a look at what's happening in their life, to see kind of who they are as a person. So for this reason, one of the first places you start is setting up your Facebook profile. Now you're looking at an example of mine on the page here. And with your Facebook profile, it's important to go in and get it configured properly. Now keep in mind it's a work in progress. It doesn't have to be perfect day one. So don't hide your page and don't not use it until you feel like it's all totally acceptable. Just start working on it. So as you're setting up your Facebook page, what you want to do, and people always will ask me, I already have a Facebook page. I'll just set up a new one and have that be my business Facebook. I don't think so. That's not the approach I would use, because quite frankly, people don't want to see your business side. They want to see who you are. And so I recommend you set up and just utilize your personal Facebook page, unless you're going to transfer everything from your personal one over to a second personal one that you're going to be using. So one of the things you want to do here, of course, is you want to get a really nice picture of yourself and put it in. There's this little box here right underneath your picture, to where basically you can put in your favorite saying. You can put in a little bit about yourself. And of course, you probably can't say, unless you were a seven-figure earner in network marketing, but you can put on there Internet Business Specialist, because I guarantee you by the time you finish this 10 training video series that I'm putting out on internet marketing, and you jump into one of these portal systems and start studying, you're going to know more about online marketing and business development than 99% of the people in the MLM universe. You will be an expert in training, of course. So feel free to put on there internet marketing consultant, internet marketing specialist, Google AdWords specialist. If you've already tried Google, you know more than 99% of the people out there about it. So put something in there that looks attractive, because this is attraction marketing. And so when you put stuff in here, and don't put your company in here and say, join me in XYZ Corporation, we're the best. Don't do that. You see people all the time putting posts all over their website about their primary opportunity, telling how great it is, and you should have seen the event we went to last Thursday. Don't do it. That's simply going to drive people away. Keep it an attraction marketing model. So you want to make your profile look attractive, so put something good in here. Use mine as an example. And you want to put in something. You want to put like I put my kids in here, 2 of them are on Facebook, and my birthday, the city. I put my website links in here. markbarrett.com, my personal website, actually goes over to a little rundown on me, and then a capture page that links them into one of my capture, out-of-the-box solution accounts. Ask Mark Barrett is a blog that I've set up. And of course, you don't have to have a blog before you start using Facebook, but just as you go and set up your different portals for social media, you can include them all here. And people are curious. They'll come and check you out, and then they'll start clicking on your links, and before you know it, you'll have leads coming in from here. And so I have about 1,075 friends in my friend account. Here is a capture template that I put together that links people into one of my businesses. Here's my lead capture portal for my Lead System Pro. You can do HTML boxes on your page. And this is all simple stuff to get organized and up and running. And of course, what you want to do once you get that configured is you're going to come in here, you're going to do an info page on yourself. And I just put in, now this will take a little bit of work, but take a look at mine and use it as a template. And come in here and do some of the same stuff. Favorite TV show, Battlestar Galactica, favorite movies, Miracle at Santa. So put stuff in here that's really personal, right? Because that's who people want to know who you are, right? And so photos, put a lot of photos in there. And always add new interesting photos because people will comment on them at all times. So here's a photo up here with my son and I in Colorado standing in front of a 30-foot tall Indian standing next to a huge blow-up thing of Coors beer. Interesting comments. Here was one of my careers back many years ago when I thought I was going to be a commercial diver. Yes, that's me inside that hard hat, and there I am without the hard hat. So put photos of yourself up there, crazy photos, like here I am with a mullet haircut with my kids on Halloween. People want to know who you are, right? So put up your photos, make it interesting. And then you can put video, you can put notes, you can add in little programs to where you put capture boxes. Now there's much more detailed training on how to utilize Facebook as a marketing tool within these systems. There's a lot of really good Facebook marketing training. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time going after all that stuff. What we're going to do is focus on the essence here of what you do. Get your profile set up, make yourself look interesting, put some good links on there back to your capture pages, and then what you want to do is you want to go start adding friends. And when you add friends, we want to be adding friends that are from groups of people who would be interested in what we have to market, which is what? Let's see, MLM and a lead system. So the first thing you can do once you get your page set up is go look up some people that are in MLM companies. Now keep in mind, anybody in a traditional MLM company is not going to know anything about internet marketing, so we have the ability to interest them using our out-of-the-box lead capture portal system, bring them in as a lead, build a relationship with them, and then over time convert them over into our MLM. So let's say we go and look at Zango. I used that in another example, I think. Here's Zango. So we come up here. Here's a fan page that there's like 5,000 or 6,000 people. Yeah, look, 5,981 people. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click, you can click on, and open up all these. And so here's somebody. That person's actually already one of my friends. Oops. So we're going to go back here. And you're going to click on somebody else. It's going to pop them up, and up here you can see, I don't know who Daniel is, but I'm going to add him as a friend, right? And I'm going to put him in my MLM list, okay? So there you go. I've added a friend. Now you can also go look for industry leaders. So let's say Randy Gage. Randy Gage is a guy that practices a lot of attraction marketing. I think he's with Agile, which is more of a traditional network marketing company. He's got 5,000 friends. I think I'm going to add Jessica as a friend. Okay, boom. Add it to my MLM list. So you just go through here and start adding friends, one after another after another. You can actually, now you have to be careful how many you add. And I would not use software to do this in the beginning. I've heard some people, there is some adding software that'll do this automatically for you, but I've heard people run into problems with it. So what you want to do, go in, manually add them. You don't want to add more than 35 people a day. If you try to add more than that, Facebook will send you a little notation telling you to slow down, and you don't want them to actually lock your account down for a couple days. So that's your first thing, is you start adding friends and slapping them in there. You do friend requests, and then people will come back and say, where do I know you're from? And you go, hey, I saw you were a fan of Zango, or you were a fan of Randy Gage, and I'm involved in network marketing too. Let's be friends. Boom. That's that easy. And then the other part of doing that, and there are advanced strategies like actually going in and setting up your own group, which is a very, very effective way to become a leader within this industry. But what you want to do basically as people come into your page is you're going to want to go and start interacting with them. That's the most important thing. So when people come in and they get to be your friends, or they accept your friend request, go in, click on their photos, and go in and start commenting on their photos and different things. And you're going to find, as you comment on their photos, you go, hey, nice looking photo. I didn't know you were in this industry or that industry. You start building this relationship with them. And that's the basics of how you get started with this type of marketing.